So in this revision video I'm going to be going through how to make a truth table from a general expression which we've got here. It's a very common exam question, and with practice you should be able to get this 100% every time. So first of all, you should learn how to draw out the table. Now with this we have only got two A and B. So if you've got two inputs, A and B, so with two inputs, that means you need 4 rows, and I've got 5 rows here, but these are for the titles. Okay, so obviously A, B, and then the outputs. You would need 4 rows for the data. Okay, if you've got 3 inputs coming in, so it's A, B and C, you need 8 rows to show that, but we'll go through that later. Okay, so you won't need any more. It won't be 1 and it won't be 4 in the exam, it'll be either 2 or 3. So this one's quite an easy one. So always the rightmost column, so this one's B, if it was C it would be C, but this one's B because it's the rightmost excluding the output. You just alternate 0 and 1s like that, nice and simple. Then as you go to the left one, you do 2 0s, 2 1s, because basically this is actually the binary maths. This is the binary for 0, this is 1, 2 and 3. So what we're going to do now is do the output for this expression. Now it's an AND gate, so that means both the left and the right side have to be true for this to put an output in. So this isn't the most difficult one. So A and not B. Well, if it's an AND gate, the trick is to sort of start knocking off the ones that aren't true. So if A and B have to be true, well, you can go to the A's first of all, and all the ones that are 0, put a 0, because A is not 1, especially as A hasn't got a not or anything, so it's a lot easier. So when it's an AND gate, you can start by knocking off the ones that aren't true. It's a lot easier doing that than looking for the ones that are true. So once you've done that, now the bottom 2 here could be true, but it is not B. So what I tend to do is here in the bottom right hand corner, I just do the not B. So look, there you go, that's 0, that's 1, not a very good one, but it is. And now I can do A and not B. So I've got not B in this little section here. So I go 1 and 1, so that is a 1 because it's an AND gate. 1 and 0, 0 there. So that would be the truth table for A and not B. Not a ridiculously difficult one, but you know, could catch you out. So let's have a more difficult one here. So this has got 3 inputs. Remember we say 3 inputs, 8 rows. Okay, so I've done 9 obviously because we've got the labels, but you could have put the labels just above it. It doesn't actually matter. I'm just going to put out. There we go. So just a tip, if it does say on the exam something like x equals and the expression, then obviously this would be x and not output. It's unlikely to do that, and I don't think they would take a mark away if you didn't do that anyway. So just like before, on the rightmost column you write 0 1 0 1 all the way down. Then on this column here you alternate with 0 0 1 1. And then this one, you do 4 0s and 4 1s. So it's 4 0s. That's a 0. Not the best zeros, but you get the gist. So that's how you do the tables. Really, you could just rote learn that. But if you don't want to know, with this one you alternate every single one. This one alternates after 2, and this one alternates after 4. So this one's an OR gate. And the thing with an OR gate is either side can be true, but the problem here is you might go, right, okay, it's A or B and C, but we have to remember the priority, and priority goes to the NOT gates first, which there aren't any, and then the AND gates. So actually in your head you would need to think of this as A or B and C, like that, because it's got priority. So how do we do that? Right, well first of all let's do B and C, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little fake column down here. Going to get a thin pen because I've not made a very big space for it to come up. So pen, where's the thickness? Anyway, I'll leave that. So B and C. So this is 0, 0, so B and C is not true. This is 0, 1, so that's not B and C, that's not B and C, that is B and C, so there's a 1 there. That's not B and C, that's not B and C, that's not B and C, that is B and C. So I've now got this section done here of the B and C. So you could label it B plus C, that's the normal symbol for and. There you go. And in theory, you know, you're not looking at you know, any of these anymore. You're only looking at the B and C. So then it's A or B and C. Now it's an OR gate, so that's a beauty because it's one of the easiest ones. So first of all, if A is a 1, then it's the output's a 1. So all the bottom four, 1, 1, 1, 1, because A is 1, and it's A or B and C. Then you just go through this list, going, right, is the top row B and C, is this one a 1? No. Is this one a 1? No. Is this one a 1? No. Is this one a 1? Yes. And then that's the truth table finished for A or B and C. So you've got to look at it from working out the sections first, and then once you've worked out both sides of the OR gate, obviously that one doesn't need working out because it's just A, so you work out that one because it's an AND gate, and we do that first, and then you do the truth table. So what we need to do now is pause this video, have a go at the 3 on the sheet, and then afterwards I will go through the answer. Right, so let's go through the answer here. Hopefully you should by now have correctly started to, I'm just going to put O, actually I'll put out because O looks a bit like a 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and then 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Right, so I've labelled that up. Now this is the easiest one. It's A or B or C. So if any of A, B or C are 1, this is an output of 1. So first of all, we look at the first one, A. So as it's all OR gates, A or B or C, we'll just do the A's. So all the A's that are 1, we'll put 1 down. Okay, because if A is 1, the output's 1. Then we do the B's, all the B's that are 1. Then we do the C's, all the C's that are 1. And whatever's left must be a 0. That's quite easy to do truth table A or B or C. So I'll go on to the next one. Okay, this one is A and not B. I'll do this again. I like the idea of doing this every time because obviously it gets you into the habit of seeing me do it, and you should get into that habit because you know with some of this it is, you know, acceptable to get a few marks just by sort of getting the table laid out, and you might get some of them right on the right hand side. So this one is A and not B or C. So because there is an AND gate here in the middle and 2 sides, so you've got this side here which will be done first because not has the priority, so the stuff inside there gets done first. And then you've got an AND gate on the left. So let's do the priority first. So the nots get priority. So the stuff in the brackets, because it's part of the not, gets a priority. So it's B or C. So what I'll do is I'll make a little column down here. And this is going to be my B or C not. So it's going to be the B or C. Actually, I might just do B or C first and then I'll flip it after. So let's do B or C. So that's not B or C. That is B and C. That is B or C. That is both, but that's okay. That's not. That is, and that is. So if you don't understand what I just did there, if either B or C was 1, I wrote a 1 in this column. So that's that. You can even highlight it. Right, I've done B or C. Boom, in green. Now I've got to flip it. So I'm going to get a different colour. So I'm going to highlight around that so that you know that this is the flip version. So I'm just going to flip it. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So now this is all of this. Okay. So I've done that separate. Now I've just got to do A and the result of this. So all the top 4 are 0 because A is 0 and they can't be ANDed if the top 4 are 0. So you're only looking at the bottom row, and then you've got the top one here, you can see, along with this one are both 1, so you put a 1, and then all the rest of these are 0. And that would be A and not B or C. When you've got a NOT gate, with an or, because or always has loads, because you've got A, B or C, you're always going to end up with not many, because not flips a lot of the positives to negatives. So there you go. So last but not least, we've got A, not A or B and C, so I'll just very quickly fill this in again. Right, excellent. So now, not A or B and C. Now, not A's got the top priority, okay, because it's not of A. So let's maybe you want to highlight on that and do them in a colour if you've got a few colours in the exam. I quite like the idea of doing that. So not A, so let's flip A, 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. I'll just put that as a 0 like that. You get the gist. It's a 0. So then it's an OR gate, okay? So OR, B and C. So let's pick a colour and do the B and C. I'm going to highlight that blue. So let's do a column here. We'll just write it in B and C. So B and C, no, they're not both one. They're not both one. They're not both one. They are both one. They're not both one. They're not both one. They're not both one. They are both one. So now I've got the green is to not A. The blue is B and C. And now all I've got to do is do an OR of those two together. So I'll do it in red. So A, all the top four for A, not of A, are 1. So look, there we go. In case you don't know where I got that from there. Because it's an OR gate, I don't even need to look at B and C, because as soon as I've got a positive 1, it doesn't really matter what the other side is. Then, all the bottom four for A are 0, so I don't need to worry about A anymore, because I've done all of that. So now I'm only looking at the ones that are B and C, and so B and C, the only one left is here. So I put a 1 there, and all the rest are 0. And that is how you do a truth table from a Boolean expression. There are more questions on the sheet for you to complete in the book. If you complete them and then bring them in, I will look at them and let you know if they're correct.